think everyone knows about Piggy at this point. Roblox horror game based on Peppa Pig that was popular a few years back. Hopefully that rings a bell. I'm sure if you know what I'm talking about, you probably also know it's kinda dead at the moment, unfortunately. The last new update wasn't too long ago, but before then, the last big update had been months before it. But in that time, something pretty cool came out, or I guess a little bit before that. Fan games have always been a really big part of what made the Piggy community special, and they're really what's still keeping it alive today. I'm sure you know plenty of titles like Piggy the Result of Isolation, the Piggy Backrooms, Piggy the Insane Series Reloaded, Piggy Rebooted, APRP, Piggy the Lost Book, the list goes on and on and on. Today though, we're going to be talking about one that has consistently updated and kept the franchise alive for quite a while now. I'm of course talking about Piggy Branch Realities. Hi everybody, my name is Benjerizer and welcome back to my channel. Guys, today we are going to be talking about Piggy Branch Realities. Coming out in 2022 and made by the wonderful Wizard Watch Studios, this game has consistently subverted the normal Piggy style and is honestly just fantastic. And so if we're going to be talking about this game, we probably should start at the beginning. Chapter 1 started this game. I mean, obviously, but it really did show what this game was actually going to be. This game tackles the multiverse in a really cool way, similar to kind of how Marvel What If did, where each new chapter tackles a different scenario. In this first chapter, that scenario is what if Penny stayed behind with Georgie instead of going with her parents to test the potion. We basically just get to see Penny and Georgie escape from their parents in a really high-stakes chase through their house. And it's awesome. The updated look of the first chapter of Piggy is really great, and while it's not anything too crazy compared to later chapters, I just find it really fun to play. The main thing that really made this first chapter stand out when it came out was the cutscenes, which did and still do look awesome. The story's also really well done and fleshed out, and that's awesome, especially for a first chapter of a Piggy game. And yeah, that's kind of it for chapter 1, but then in between chapters, we got some pretty cool updates, like the Budgie But Blue update and the Multiversal Breach update. But then, we got chapter 2, and oh boy, it gets crazy. Not gonna lie, chapter 2 is epic. We get to see the scenario of what if Doggy was never given the potion. In this, Pony chickens out on giving Doggy the potion, and stuff goes absolutely insane. He drops the potion and ends up infecting Antio, who becomes a mutant and chases after the player. From there, you explore the gloomy forest, including an old church, a parking lot, a trailer park, a lake, and eventually a crystal cavern. When you escape, you get to see an absolutely awesome cutscene of Willow versus Doggy. And, this happens. This one scene honestly redefined Branch Realities as a game. It is so well done, like just wow. The chapter ends with Doggy being all alone, becoming the character known as Lone Doggy. Overall, I do prefer the gameplay of chapter 1, so I do play it more often, but this story is so phenomenal. And really the reason I prefer chapter 1's gameplay is because this map is just very open. But they learned from that and made the next chapter, and oh boy, it's awesome. Chapter 3 is so fantastic. Like, it's pretty peak if I'm being completely honest. Piggy Branch Realities Chapter 3 is called The Mournful Metro, and it acts as an alternate reality version of the Metro. Obviously, I mean, it has it in the name. And really just wow. It starts off with Violet and Bunny getting trapped in the Metro where they have to fend off Zompiggy and some really creepy looking mouse creature thingies. Like, geez, dude, that's honestly pretty scary. The exit is on the train, just like in the normal chapter. And just when you think you've escaped, there's a puzzle chase sequence after what you think is the end. The real end is a cutscene where I'll show you. Yeah, Zompiggy kind of gets shot out of a train, and really, this entire chapter, and really the whole game up to this point is just so epic. Speaking of epic, Epic Tank, Eclipsia, Neo's Void, Luniona, Russell, AJ, and the entire rest of the team. I don't know all of you guys yet, but you guys cook and keep cooking with these chapters. Every single one of them has been great, and you guys also, like, really support the channel, so I really appreciate it. Like, just keep up the great work. And speaking of those next chapters, we're finally here at the newest addition to the game. Chapter 4, The Outraging Outpost, is a downright masterpiece when it comes to literally everything about it. The story of the chapter follows a group of Lucella military officials, or like, I don't really know their ranks, but like, probably soldiers, I'd assume, as they attempt to create a cure for the infection at the outpost. Infected break in, and the whole Piggy thing happens. You know, you gotta find keys, escape, the whole 9 yards. You escape from the Scorched Hound, which is this universe's version of the Torture, who has fantastic music from the amazing piano vampire. And eventually, you find the necessary tools to fix the elevator. After fending off the Hound in a crazy elevator fight scene, you get to the lab and find Badgie infected, which, by the way, his design is absolutely incredible. Great job to everybody involved with that. You find 2 vials and end up making the potion, which you use to escape and get an actually happy ending for the first time in the series. There's also like a secret ending where it teases the insolence and the future of the game, but that's for another video, maybe coming soon. Wink. This chapter is an absolute tour de force in basically every way. The story, while not as good as chapter 3 or maybe even 2, is still really strong, and the gameplay, oh my goodness, dude, it might be the best out of any Piggy game I've ever played. Needless to say, I can't wait for chapter 5. Before I forget, there's also some holiday chapters that are like pretty on par with the main story ones. Portals is the Halloween chapter for the game, and it's super cool. You make your way through 6 different unique rooms and have to face different enemies along the way. It's a pretty cool one and done sort of thing. The Christmas chapter, on the other hand, is honestly one of my favorites in the entire game. It's super festive and fun, while still being really unique in its own right. The 2023 update was especially awesome when it added the whole Elegance quest. Oh, it was so good. We've also gotten some other seasonal updates that are just kind of small quests, like we got one for Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, and we've gotten a lot of cool summer stuff. Really, every update is pretty good, and these holiday ones are just icing on an absolutely scrumptious cake. Fan games have always kept the Piggy community alive from the very beginning, but never like this. As a lot of you know, I'm assuming, Piggy's been in kind of a drought of recent content when it comes to the main game. So a lot of people have kind of left the community and whatnot. Those who have stayed, though, have gotten to witness this fantastic game that, in my opinion, even rivals Book 2 of the original Piggy game. Please go play it for yourself. And with that said, I think that's actually going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I post more awesome videos like this. All I've got to say is, Branch Reality's team, keep doing what you're doing. You guys have really made something special here. So, thank you. And with that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!